Welcome to part 3 of the story of our container house build on the Homestead at BADA Farm. The containers have been delivered and set up on the property, and we're pretty happy. The next step now is opening them up and building the flooring, building the roof, getting the property tight to the weather, and ultimately getting it ready for us to move in. The next step was opening up the sides of the containers, reinforcing them, and then using the material that we remove to create the roof. But before we can install the roof, we had to fabricate all of the trusses that'll hold the roof. These had to be at a very particular angle because they're eventually going to hold the solar panels that will power the house once we're completely off the grid. The first set of trusses are up, and we're moving forward, which is very good because winter is upon us in the Western Cape. There's snow on the mountains, and it's getting pretty cold every day. We're installing the repurposed walls as roof panels now. It's a challenge because the profile of the wall panel is very different from the roof panel. The first set of roof panels are now installed, and we're proceeding to close in the west side of the bridging area with repurposed IBR that we purchased from a salvage job in Cape Town. There's been a pretty good amount of snow recently. The mornings are cold and wet. We're really looking forward to enclosing the rest of the roof so we can start working inside, installing the floors, and mounting the doors that we've purchased at another salvage yard. Our friend Taka, the civil engineer from Japan, who's overseeing the build of the power pylons that are running through the valley, gave us access to all of the concrete test blocks that came out of the build. We used them to build this stoop. With the west wall mostly enclosed, we've been installing this channel iron that's going to support the floor on the bridge in between the two containers. Now that the bridgers are built, I covered them with repurposed fruit box panels that come from the Ceres Juice Company up in Ceres. We're really lucky to get them. We were also really lucky to find this beautiful double antique door at a salvage yard in Cape Town. We're really looking forward to watching the sun rise over the mountains in the morning. It's going to be really spectacular. Things are going pretty quickly now as the winter rolls on, and we're heading towards an October deadline of moving in. It's exciting and it's pretty scary because there's still a few problems. There's quite a big difference between the wall profile and the roof profile of the top of the containers. It's causing us a great deal of grief with waterproofing. Haven't found a good solution. It's taken us quite a while, and we've had many coats of waterproofing until we finally found a polymer solution that solved the problem. Solar panels are up, the house is getting enclosed. Every day we're closer to moving in. Electrical cable's been run, we have light. The 1st of October 2017, we moved into the homestead, TheField BADA Farm. It's an absolutely spectacular place to live. We're very, very grateful.